Okay, a number of things to go over. MIT, as I've mentioned, scientists at MIT have created a material that is a perfect mirror. I've mentioned that, and by now you might be thinking, so you keep going on about this perfect mirror thing. Well, you'll see in an article soon. And I changed the camera settings here again of OBS. OBS is not intuitive to me. I do actually. I'm sussing it out a bit more. I do need a dire need of a external GPU for this system. I don't want to get a new system. I can't afford it. Plus, I don't want to throw away this laptop. It's a beautiful laptop. Um, I like it. I know it's old, but it's so adaptable. I've upgraded the screen. I've upgraded the hard drive to an SSD. I've put a lot of work in it. I've changed the mobile chip to a MSATA drive. You get the idea. I brought it to 16 gigabyte, and it's an i7. So you can't do any of that with a modern day laptop. Anyway, it's all proprietary screws. Even lately, you might be okay with changing the memory or upgrading that. Unless it's an Apple product, you can't do anything. So MIT creating this perfect mirror. I theorized that you could store like photons, ones and zeros. Presence of a photon, one. Absence, zero. Binary data. So it was just theory. So I said I was going to look up even more information. And then found out that any physicists or scientists talking about theoretical storing of data via photons are saying that a photon is probably worth 10 bits, 10 binary digits, just the photon itself, in a certain configurations, certain arrangements. So it's even more advanced, potentially, in terms of processing and data storage than I would have thought. But there's theories of processing, digital processing at the speed of light, mitigation of having to have cores like dual core, quad core, 6 core, 18 core, whatever, because we reached Moore's law. Really, Moore's law dictated that smaller and smaller components, like components, will get smaller and smaller. Therefore, you'll be able to fit more and more of them on a wafer or of a circuit board, right? But then there's different ways and different materials now, and the theories of light rather than electrical charge for a bit to be on or off, a photon will be stored. So storing light. I thought this would be physically impossible because photon bounces off something. There should be some loss of energy. Basic reflections. But they claim to achieve perfect mirror, perfect reflection. That means photon hits the surface and all of the photon reflects back, comes back, and you could contain photons like that. Surround a photon with material that is a perfect mirror. And it has all these, this theoretically has all this other implications. You just keep adding photons if you wanted to in a perfect mirror containment. You're going to create heat, I guess, without too much need for electrical current, or depends how you're adding the light. It's powered by the light is powered by something electrical. Yeah, so be it. But it'll be hybrid configurations of light processing. I mean, you already have processing with light anyway, don't we? A compact disc read by a laser, and it's like your noughts and ones are converted by the eye to a chip. Optical storage, right? But this is different. It's actually storing the light itself as the binary digit rather than using a one-off reflection as, that's processed as the binary digit. The digit itself is the light itself. Kind of butchering the description. It's something I can kind of visualize, but unpacking that and delivering the information of it just seems to be nigh impossible. But I'll work through it. I'll step by step. I will get there in the end. One thing is I can be a bit slow sometimes, but I get there in the end because I'm incredibly persistent. Persistent always pays off, right? So there's that, and article about octopus, because I did a bunch of octopus videos on the other channel. This, the way I went about that, I kind of butchered that, though. It could have been just one video, but I kind of rushed through because I was thinking, I haven't done anything decent yet. I'll just give my viewers something, and I came across this fascinating aspects of the octopus. There's more data about that to come on the article. You'll see a lot more information, and I'll probably eventually do a video on the MIT stuff as well. So back on track. My subscribers subscribed for this type of information. They didn't subscribe for certain drama, but occasionally I will hint at that person, and people like a certain person. Speaking of which, I've upgraded or tweaked our terms and conditions at Exploratory Minds just a little bit. Not a huge amount, but it's there, and we can go over that, have a look at that. Terms of service or terms and conditions, depending on how you word it, to me it's the same thing. To reiterate some of that to you, where is it? There we go. So it starts off with, we encourage content that attempts to back up claims that use consistent logic. So don't go and blurt out a load of stuff that is obviously contradicting the original context that something was within, and don't contradict your own context as well. Otherwise you might not get so much recognition. We do that to avoid contradictions. So we encourage claims that use consistent logic so that we avoid contradictions. We encourage debate, but do not attack the people. Instead of who can satisfactorily justify it. We may even welcome attacking an idea, but not the person. Worldview and belief, context. Do not push attempts to convert others to a perspective on the world or your ideology or belief. This is not a platform for you to plan a indoctrination of others without their consent, and certainly not a platform for hating others just because their worldview differs from yours. Porn or porn-related content, basically, while adult-related content is allowed, we will not accept any porn or pages or porn-related content. This will result in an instant ban. Only exceptions are privately shared links in private chats with other consenting recipients. Now, that means you need their consent, right? If you haven't got the consent, it's harassment. Okay. Defamation, hate, and failure to apply civil debate. We've seen a lot of that defamation from certain haters against a community. A lot of hate, and a huge failure to apply civil debate and running away when asked for proof, yet claiming to have proof. It just shows you're a fraud, and we will not put up with frauds. We will expose frauds, especially those who claim to be doing that and yet prove that they're a fraud as well. Hiding behind a fake persona is fraudulent to start with. It's almost like you're pretending to be somebody else. Any ideas or worldviews that threaten the community here in any personal ways, or threaten innocence outside of the platform's memberships that could make individuals not feel safe, are to be culled immediately. We reserve the right to ban pages or content from anyone who we find disruptive to the community here. We will give our reasons in most cases. Also, do not counterclaim against people's ideas or content by using someone else's work 100%. You must make it transformative and encourage interactive conversation with any counterclaims, and express why you feel the counterclaim is valid. Spamming other people's long works will get you banned. So if you're going to use a long article just to reply to somebody, and none of it is really what you said, it's what somebody else said, and if you're going to say no, it's your opinion, then that's impersonation. We won't stand for impersonation and claiming that you're somebody that you're not, in order to try and manipulate people with some hidden agenda just because you don't like them. Alright, that's not worthy, and it shows you that you're committing fraud there. Actually, you could go to jail for committing fraud. It's illegal, right? In most countries, it certainly is in America and the UK. So we won't stand for that, but this person was claiming that they were spamming stuff in reply to some Donald Trump stuff. We were pointing out the idiocy of Trump's narcissistic behaviour, but this was obviously a Trump supporter, but using somebody else's work, claiming that they were them. We found out they were not them, because we asked, all we did was this is the same everywhere, this has got to be copied and pasted from somewhere. So we googled it and found the original article. So we politely tried to discern, is this you? Do you, and to and fro, a couple of emails. No. Funny that, it's like, these are the type of people who try and expose fraud when they're actually fraudulent. And again, if there's no insight, all you're going to do is project that others are the same way that they are. There's no internal looking within oneself, right? Pretending to be other people is a no-no in our book. And if it comes to some really serious crunches here and there, I know a mod that we have would be more efficient because of the job she's had and history she's had, perhaps to get law involved on that. I would think, but I never had to bring her up on that. I would assume, though, regardless, people can collaborate in the communities, or that might show up on Exploratory Minds going ahead and get things exposed here and there. There is a report system, and it's not like the report system can't be cheated like a flagging system. It is, and we might add some dots there just to click a dot or whatever, a check mark, like this promotes terrorism, or this promotes hate, or this is affecting minority groups. You get that kind of stuff on YouTube, but there's no section where you can actually give a story or back up your claim in information. And if there's a box there, basically you fill it out, and then you click report on a post, and put details in there, as many details to back up your claim with facts as you can, and make sure your counterclaim, make sure your report is addressing the context that the poster was originally within. Otherwise, you're just going to get ignored on that anyway. It's only a small team of people. The community has kind of grown, but the activity is less than what the numbers are of members are, really. But maybe it's going to pick up. So this is all in place just in case. So that covers copyright infringement as well. If you keep posting something, this is mine, and then I am this, I am that, and using other people's work as if it's yours without their consent, you can get done for copyright. So this is why another reason to cover our back. Those rules are in place. We recommend that you always try to give more than you take. It's not about one individual person or any particular group necessarily, but it's about the project's progress. But the project's progress is first and foremost based on any merits of the ideas membership can offer. So you get any merits of your ideas that are practical and can be applied, practical application for other members. This also helps the project, and the project helps you. Help me, help you. Feedback. Let us learn from you. Share information. And we can share information. You can learn from us. Raise all ships peacefully together. That's a main goal, of course, for this. As I say, an exploratory goal to explore ourselves and mitigate the darker side of like an absence. These bullshit things happen with from an absence of doing the right thing. People need to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do, right? And that's what I'm trying to do. So it's moderated by people for real people. Again, real people, not fakes, not people pretending to be somebody else. Not fraudulent. Oh, I'm going to pretend now to be somebody who helps out communities that had drama, and really just jumping on a drama bandwagon and pick your side. So which one is more efficient to choose as a weapon to pick on an opposition side for more views and drama? That person's that manipulating side, right? Dishonesty like that is fraudulent. It is criminal. It is fake, and it's just not intellectually honest. It shows people who just lie their way through the internet in order to just gain something from innocent people, and they don't care about truth at all. They don't care about facts, provable information. This is why some of them keep going on and on and on about proof. They got proof. Why? Because they're trying very hard to convince you that they got proof. They wouldn't say it so much otherwise. They wouldn't need to, would they? The same with people who claim they're going out of their way, boasting about it. Maybe even in their profiles to say that they look for fraudulent individuals and support intellectual or exposing lack of intellectual honesty. We talk about intellectual honesty in these things. You can discern yourself if I'm genuine or not. I think a number of people have considered, I'm here to do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Will I be highly efficient? I don't know. I'm not that egotistic to say I'm an expert. Look out for those profiles that claim that they are, though, because no one's perfect. No one's uh, good at everything. If you think you're good at everything, you're going to be crap at everything. If you delude yourself like that. Right? That's all I got to say. Really, there's a lot more I could read from the TOS there. But if it came to a crunch, people will get kicked off because those are the terms. And if you don't obey or step in line, we don't need you. On the other hand, you know, you can post what you like, random stuff here and there. We look for the best quality articles, though, and then slap them on the main blog. There's a certain whole criteria that we look for in your articles. Do you back your stuff up? Does it go anywhere, or is it just a claim without proof? You know, there's whole things what we look at, and if it's quality information that fits, regarding, you know, quantity is not important, quality is, and facts and information that can be backs itself up, we'll give you a shout out on the live feed, which is also on Twitch, by the way. It's Twitch and YouTube. And there's a Teespring shop now with products on. There's merchandise. Cheshire Vic, I bought. It's been dispatched. The last time I looked at, I bought one of your stickers off your Teespring. It's called Bad Apple. I quite like that. It was pretty cool. So I got one of those coming through just to. I think it's cool to support each other, and plus I think your artwork's pretty cool as well. So stick it, perhaps, I don't know, stick on the wall behind me. I've been buying like these leaf decoration things that you can buy, decorate the wall, rather than these blank purple walls that we got. I like the colour of the walls, don't get me wrong on that, but I like a bit of stimulation of decoration here and there. My music is for sale at Teespring now as well. There'll be a link below for my Teespring and a link below for my PayPal if you want to donate to that. You know, any donations will go back into the project. Would I skim some off for me? Absolutely. There's some enlightened self-interest everywhere. I've said that many times. But my passion here is to try my best. I'm trying to get this going into launch. If you can help me help you, please go ahead. As for the haters, see right through you. You think many people can't, though. That's a problem. You delude yourself that they never know about this, and then you go and stab in the dark, and then you get exposed, and it happens all over again. But the bigger exposure, I think, one day is probably just around the corner, probably with some individuals. I can't guarantee that, but when shit hits the fan with individuals like that, it hits them bad and rough, and they get taken down. I think, anyway. I've seen situations before where people have been, law enforcement has got involved with haters before. But, you know, I can neither confirm or deny anything that I know in any details here and there about anything. I'm just trying to do the best I can here, right? Cheers, thanks for watching. Take care. Peace out. And thank you for the support. Thank you for your interest. I look forward to doing the next video. And I'll let you know when the MIT Perfect Mirror technology article, whatever I want to call it, is done. Alright? Because I think that'll be a cool read for some people. It fascinates me anyway. Cheers. Bye.